Um, well, that didn't go so well. Yeah. In a nutshell, guys, it's been another sacrificial lamb that has been given to a non-UK fighter. I still like the EDL, to be fair, but it's a bit peak. We had who did we have? We have Josh Warrington losing last week, Callum Smith losing, Special K losing, Dillian White losing. It's just getting more peak as the time goes on. Tonight it was Ryland Charlton and Josh Kelly. Yeah, just to speak on the Josh Kelly fight, and I'm gonna wrap this up in a nutshell. Josh Kelly put in a very decent performance in the earlier part of the rounds, round 1 and 2. Rounds 1 and 2, I had him winning those rounds. Round 3, he got a cut, and I think what happened was that the cut kind of flustered him. Why have I got headphones actually? Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's staying in, fam. We're not cutting this, fam. Yeah. I'm not like hearing myself in a negative vibe back in. It's peak, fam. But yeah, literally, Josh Kelly got a cut in the round 3, continue on with the fight, and Avanesyan clocked that, really compounded his efforts onto that small cut that he had on the back of his head, and that it looked like he got a cut from when Josh Kelly hit a right, or not Josh Kelly, Avanesyan hit a right hook or a left hook or so. I think the elbow of that hook kind of grazed the back of his head, and therefore it kind of formed a slight cut, and that started, releasing a heavy amount of water. So a heavy amount of water. So nevertheless, the fight goes on and on and on. Josh Kelly, he didn't look defeated, but his stamina and his tactics sort of went out the window. I can only compare it to personal experience now. In my very short experience of actually sparring, it's like 1 or 2 people here and there. One time I got busted on my nose, okay, and blood was coming out my nose, but I wasn't fully knocked out. Basically, I was still like, everything was there. It's just, imagine somebody cuts you slightly. You feel that initial pain, but when the blood's gushing afterwards, you don't feel pain, but it's a bit of an inconvenience. So when I kind of felt that like going down my face, I see my hands and my gloves, I just started panicking and then started getting flustered and do whatever the hell, like everything's flew out the window basically. And I started panicking and lost my composure. And I think what's happened to Josh Kelly in this fight, lost his composure. Avanesyan doubled his efforts with the hooks to his body and sort of round hooks to the head. And yeah, Josh Kelly, every single one that kept coming from round 4 to round, when did he get knocked out? Round 6 was literally additional pressure. I think Avanesyan was in like stepping up the gears 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, like he was on like literally every round. He was literally that same gear. So round 2 is like gear 2, round 3 is gear 3, you know what I mean? Round 6 comes, Avanesyan attacks Josh Kelly, started pounding him. Just a barrage of punches, combination punches, but just a general barrage of punches, but mainly hooks and short punches in the inside fighting, and then what happened straight afterwards is Josh Kelly felt hurt, his legs started going, and then Anna Booth threw in a towel afterwards, which was a very disappointing thing that happened. And you know, he was knocked down as well around round 6 or round 5. He was knocked down. Yeah, it was a bad experience for Josh Kelly and myself as well, because I was riding this whole week out for him. I was sticking it on people. I said, guys, this is going to be the best Josh Kelly. Hear what I'm saying, yeah? This is going to be like round 5 to 7. He's going to get knocked out. I'm not having this, guys. He's going to get knocked out round 5 to 7. Avanesyan, Josh Kelly's going to be looking the best he's ever had, yeah? And I'm telling you guys, the British fight is losing. It's all going to be turned around, okay? It's all going to be flipped back on its head. And we're going to go back to our old days. We're going to go back to our reality. We're going to go back to, you know, where we were in around a year and a half ago, where we had a lot of belts. But yeah, boy, oh boy, was I wrong. What's next for Josh Kelly? Josh Kelly should just, it's the age-old saying, go back, retrain, refresh, work on your mistakes, and then come again. You know, maybe switch up. His conditioning was quite poor. So maybe he might want to consider his conditioning after round 2 was very poor, but maybe he was flustered, so I don't know if it's that or that. Don't know if it's coaching. Adam Booth is a very good coach, or I'm not sure if it's, I can't really, it's very difficult to tell because I'm not in the camp. I can't really see what's going on, you know, way there. But going forward, yeah, Kelly maybe should have a couple of warm-up fights, and then maybe his next step up should be against Conor Benn, maybe, you know, a redemption fight against Conor Benn. But in the meantime, just warm-up fights and hyping up the fighters. Moving swiftly on, Florian Marco had a great performance against Ryland's Charlton. Really good efforts from Florian Marco. Started off very slowly. Okay, he started, you know, I don't think he started off a little slow. So imagine the heat was like 10, and freezingness is like 0. He was on a 6 in the beginning. Okay, whereas Ryland was on an 8 in the beginning. Okay, so he wasn't really slow, but it was just his opponent was quite on his toes. He was on his feet. And yeah, like Ryland fighting style very similar to Sean Porter, I must say. Like closed stance, bobbing and weaving, a bit like a Mike Tyson, but he it was more like a Sean Porter type of an approach. Okay, very close the distance as well, really good in the earlier rounds, but as the fight goes on, I think Florian Marco gained confidence, improved on his skill set, literally switched it up, and I'm very impressed by Florian Marco. His boxing IQ is very underrated. I hear what I'm saying to you. This guy is going to go far in the sport of boxing, because Florian Marco, his skill set is absolutely seasoned, okay? And I understand that he's been in kickboxing bouts for quite some time, so his ability to throw combinations and find his way around the ring has really shown in this fight. So good win for Florian Marco. Good fights for him going forward. Maybe Conor Benn, but then again, some people are saying Conor Benn's not ready for that fight. Maybe who did Chris Congo face in the last fight? That guy, I forgot his name. Shorter brother. Forgot his name. But the loser of the Congo fight in his last fight, or the fight beforehand, should fight Florian Marco. Forget his name. See, this Josh Taylor thing's getting into my head, fam. And yeah, like very good performance all on the rest of the card. Jordan Gill putting in a great performance as well. Unfortunately, we had another loss. Listen, I'm not even going to mention this loss here. Robert Davis Jr. He lost. Okay, that's all you got to hear from me. Okay, I'm not getting into this because it's too sad of an event today. There's probably the most down you've probably seen off the canvas boxing history. But we'll tell you guys, yeah, British boxing will be back. Okay, where it's been a rough ride, okay, over the last couple of weeks. I'm gonna put it down to lack of no fans, because I think fans in comparison to some of the foreign fighters has been a very, very important contributor to the success of British fighters. And with the lack of fans, it basically hinders their performances. I believe with fans, they'll be a lot better. But yeah, man, it's not good scenario. In my opinion, literally, I can't wait for the next sort of cards. But yeah, like, how do I say on see, I stuck my head on the line with Josh Kelly. Went on the Undefeated podcast earlier this week, giving everyone corn, saying, you look, back to British fighters, la 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 la, round 5 to 7. Yeah, today I had to hold major L. Yeah, it was peak, but you know, you win some and you lose some. But we'll be back to the future, stronger, humble more than ever. But yeah, it's a sad night for British boxing. Very happy for Jordan Gill, nevertheless, but very sad for British boxing. Eddie Hearn said this is the best he's ever seen. Josh Kelly, you know, for me it isn't. I would have hoped that this is. I would like to have seen better performances by Josh Kelly, better conditioning by Josh Kelly, better tactics. He could do a lot, man. He's very good skillfully. He could do a lot. He just needs to hone it in a bit more. You know what I mean? And vary his. No, he was overly variant on his punch selection. You know, he was overly, you know, flippant on his tactics. If he sticks to one a bit more, like Avanesyan was just doing one tactic throughout the fight, hooks and inside fighting, uppercuts and hooks. Not too many jabs from Avanesyan, and Josh Kelly sort of threw a few more jabs and honed in with the right. He tried to fight Avanesyan's fight and tried to beat him at his own game, and that's what ultimately lost him. Last week he was Josh Warrington, tried to fight Mexican with a Mexican. You know the way there. Like, I don't know if it's coaching, I don't know if you're listening, I don't know if it's he had the right tactics, he was trained the right way, he went into the ring and just. But nevertheless, we'll be back. British boxing will be back, guys. Yeah. All I'm saying, guys, yeah, I'm gonna go on this last 2 minute talk. Yeah, this Eric Thomas, not Ryan, but Eric Thomas, like, speech, guys, will be back. British boxing, this is not the end. Fighters will, especially the UK fighters, we've got huge ones coming up the ranks. Spider, okay, Craig Richards, Spider. We've got Lawrence O'Coley about to fight for World Championship against Glowacki. Yeah, if he wins, we have another world champion on our roster. Okay, we have the Edwards. Okay, huge, very small fighters in their weight division that they can easily come back themselves. We've got Bailey Swan. There's a world champion in his right fight in the likes of Canelo Alvarez in his next fight. We've got Dillian White if he beats Povetkin. Okay, he's back in the mix. We've got all the heavyweight belts are in the UK, guys. Okay, we have one of the best pound for pound fighters in Josh Taylor. Let's really rate ourselves. Okay, I know a lot of people don't rate us. I know the UK government don't rate us, where they literally banned us the whole of January, you know, and they pushed us to the side because we're little men here. Yeah, I know the American fight fans and a lot of the Eastern European fight fans and the Mexican fight fans and every other non-British fight fans don't rate us because they think we're joke men, because we step up and we've been losing recently. We have a poor run of form. But guys, we will be back. Okay, we will be back. We're just going through bad form. Dust ourselves off. We've got great fighters in the making. Joshua Boatse. Okay, Lyndon Arthur. Okay, Anthony O when he comes back as well. Big get fighters in up the coming up the levels. Okay, trainers that are coming up the levels. Okay, as well. Tunde Ajayi. Okay, Ben Davidson. Okay, you've got great trainers in the UK as well. Okay, Shane McGuigan with Lawrence Coley. Okay, you know, Mark Tibbs. I know Jim Tibbs been here for hot, but you guys know what I'm saying, guys. Yeah, we've been here for, you know, we're no joke men in the sport of boxing. Okay, we've got to believe in ourselves. We've got to keep our chin up. Okay, dust ourselves off. We fight again. And we live to fight another day. Okay, this is not the end. We've got one of the best promoters in Eddie Hearn. Okay, and then we also have a great promoter in Frank Warren as well. A lot of I don't see any compared to the rest of the world. Yeah, those are two of I would say the 4 best promoters in the world are in the UK. And in fact, I would say Eddie Hearn is one of the best promoters out there in the world. At last Off the Canvas award ceremony, we had, you know, Eddie Hearn winning that award for putting on the best shows, the best fights, and being the most innovative. We are great, guys. Okay, we are great. Don't worry, guys. Everything will be back to normal. Okay, we've got great. Look at our women fighters as well. But I'm talking about men who, bro. Look at our women fighters. Rachel Bull, Shannon Courtney, Chantel Cameron. Okay, we've got Natasha Jonas, Terry Harper. Okay, like we're not little joke men in this thing, you know. A lot of people think we're little like bloody garlic bread and corn on the cob. Yeah, dons. Bro, come on, fam. We're big men out here, yeah. We are like a giant in this game. We're sleeping giants, okay. Most of the time, we're sleeping giants. Need to wake up, okay. We need to wake up, fix up, and pattern up, guys. Yeah, we will be back in the sport of boxing, okay, at the top level. We'll be back. This is no like this won't be the end. This is only the beginning, okay. This is the end of our losses, hopefully, okay. We'll be back, okay. Josh Warrington will come back and whoop. I forgot who he lost to. Yeah, Lara. Yeah, he'll whoop Lara. Okay, because in his fight, he basically had to fight Mexican with a Mexican. Okay, but he'll come back. Okay, if his condition is good, I think he'll come back easily. Yeah, when if he sticks on the jab and plays the long game and literally plays Jose Mourinho, park the bus performances. Yeah, that's that. Okay. There's no rematch for Josh Kelly. But, you know, look at all of the best fighters out there. They've all lost. It don't matter. We'll be back, guys, yeah? Hard, strong, and alive and direct, okay? We're not joke men in this thing, guys. We've got to respect ourselves. We've got to stand tall. We've got to have our chin up. You know, tonight's not a night. But we'll be back in the future, okay? Okay? That has been... I know I've gone off a bit of a rant. Offthecanvasboxing. I'm going to drink my drink actually because I need some water. Yeah. Hear what I'm saying, guys. We will be back. Chin up, okay? Dust yourselves off, and then come back to the shows. We've got best stadiums. Come on, fam. I don't need to come with the credentials of UK boxing, okay? Just because they don't rate us, don't mean that we don't really need to rate ourselves. All right. I might post this actually as a little clip on Instagram. But yeah, thank you guys for all tuning in. Oh yeah, so I tried to do a live stream as well. That done a I think, you know, OBS started moving like Josh Kelly in this today, so yeah, it started moving a bit mad. But we'll be back next time. I think next week is when is next week? Today's the 31st, so next week is the Canelo Alvarez versus Yildirim fight, and I'll be streaming that fight live. We also have the Joseph Parker versus Junior Farr. I think it's next week, or is it next Friday? But you know what I'm saying, from Australia. I think I don't know what time it is in the UK, but I might have to look into it. But nevertheless, guys, all information will be posted on my Instagram. Not I need to be more active on Twitter, but you know what I'm saying, it is what it is, okay? But thanks you guys. I'm not editing this, guys, yeah? Apart from maybe clipping out that Les Brown, banana and rice Les Brown talk. But you know the way there. Big up you guys. Big up all great defeaters. We hold going today. I'm glad I provided a level of entertainment to you guys, even though it was a bit tough on my part. Still had to show face, you know. When we show face, we lose, we show face, or loss. You know the way it is. So, but like guys, we're about how can I forget? We're almost literally on 100 subs. When I get to 100 subs, we might do something special, okay? Don't know what, but we might do something special, okay? Might get somebody on, or might do a Q&A. It's all up in the air, okay? Tonight, we'll think about that another time, okay? But peace, love, and prosperity. Subscribe, guys, yeah? Don't forget that. Peace, love, and prosperity. And I'm going to catch you guys in a bit. Peace.